Hey guys, welcome back. Rob here from Hammered Halo. If you've been following along, this is now episode 3 of this modern build of this townhouse slash condo. In the last 2 videos, we finished up the framing, the drywall, got everything sanded, and we handed the place over to the painters. Painters were in here a week. That's now passed and we are back in here. The kitchen has been delivered and that's what we're going to focus on today. Hopefully we can get it all installed. I've noticed that they didn't leave the layout plan for the kitchen when they delivered it, so we're going to kind of wing it here and try to make it work. Hopefully it doesn't slow us down too much. But anyhow, let's build a kitchen. To give a quick rundown on the layout of this kitchen. This is the island. In the previous videos we built the bulkhead. We're going to have 2 pot lights up in here. We decided to go with a quartz countertop. Going to have an overhang on this side. Kind of a little sitting bar or eating bar. And then, if you remember, we skimmed out all these walls 3 times to try to flatten them out. The cabinets will run all the way across and end right about here, in line with the access panel above. Pass me my tape measure. Okay, so if we're going to try and, let's do the uppers first. I just need to figure out what's what here because, so this is a microwave box, and microwave is going obviously right here. So we're going to have to move these things around to try to figure this out without a drawing. Oh, these guys. Okay, so let's pull these doors off so we can work with these boxes. So this is how our cabinets come. They come pre-built, custom fit to each opening that we do. They come with the doors installed and all the shelves in place. We usually take all those out to get rid of the weight, and that makes it a little easier to hang on the wall. They're pretty basic kitchens, but they have some features like soft close drawers and soft close doors. The only thing I don't like is they send us 1 soft close right here and 1 non-soft close on each door. So that's okay in the beginning, but if the soft close ever fails, then it's a hard close all the time unless you replace that hinge. I guess what we'll do is we'll figure out what the kitchen sink base is. So the kitchen sink base is a 33. So we're going to go 33 here. The microwave is a 24, I believe. Where is it? 25. So the microwave's at 25. So he's got this at 30. So this will be the fridge. So a 30-inch here, then a 25, then a 33. Then I believe it's a dishwasher, which should be 24, and then 30, and then maybe 17, depending on where we end up. So we do a 5/8 inch filler on this side, so we'll go 30 and 5/8 here. Then we'll go 25 for the mic. 25. Then we'll go 33. Then we'll go 24. All right, well, after about another 20 minutes, we were finally able to figure out this layout of the kitchen. Typically, they send a layout plan with each kitchen. Just so happens it's a holiday. I can't get in touch with them, so we're kind of forced to try to figure this out on our own. It's usually not very difficult, and in this case, took an extra 20 minutes, 30 minutes to figure it out. But I think we've got it now, and we're just finishing marking all the edges now, and then I will grab a level and start to mark the cabinet lines on the wall.
Anytime I'm laying out a kitchen, I like to use the longest level I can, and in this case I'm using a 6-foot level to get as long a line as I can to mark out each cabinet edge.
So we're going to start off with a 30-inch fridge cabinet, then a 25-inch microwave cabinet, then a 33-inch sink cabinet, then a 24-inch cabinet, and then a 30-inch for the stove cabinet. And we're left with really only 12 inches because of that bulkhead. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do. Maybe we just eliminate the 12-inch cabinet completely. We'll see how it looks as it comes together, but that's what we're faced with right now. So let's go ahead and hang these uppers, get them in place, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so we've marked out all our studs. They're all exactly 16-inch center where they need to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the corner stud. I'm just going to run a level on those so we know exactly where they are.
Anytime I'm about to do a kitchen, I always mark my edges of my cabinet boxes along with marking of all the studs or anchor points within the wall. And I just find it makes the job go that much faster, that much smoother.
Okay, so what's next? Microwave. We got to cut this plug out of the back of the microwave box. This is the bottom. Okay, so 14 3/4 of that side. 14 3/4 to what? 17 and 21 and a half to 24 3/4. Do we have a small level around? Maybe in that big box. So here we're using 1 1/8 screws to tie the boxes together and 3-inch screws to go into the back and grab the studs. And sometimes you got to shim the back of the cabinets if the wall's out a little bit. This one's out a touch. So we're just going to shim it a little bit. And put that screw back in now. And then continue screwing the box together.
And whatever you do, don't forget the simple rule: measure twice, cut once. It'll save you a ton of headaches.
Okay, the next one is a 33-inch, which is this one right here. So our studs are at 5 and 21. So So we'll mark that out on the box, 5 inches and 21 inches. So 5 and 21 off the outside of the box. From the inside of the box, it'll be 4 3/8 because these are 5/8 inch gables. So 4 3/8. If I can hold the tape up. 4 3/8 and 20 3/8. Those will be our stud locations. We'll preset a couple screws in there. 3-inch screws. Mark them on the bottom as well. 4 3/8, 20 3/8. Once all the cabinets are installed, we like to use these stick caps. They're white. You can also get them in a match for the hard rock maple cabinets or the white melamine. You can also get them in black that I've seen. But all our boxes are typically white in these rental units. So these are the ones that we use, and they're really just peel and stick and stick them over your screw, and pretty much hides the screw. Okay. And as you can see, it pretty much makes the screw and the hole disappear, and it just finishes off the inside of the box nicely. We should go for lunch. What time is it, you know?
11:58.
11:58. Okay, so let's go for lunch, and then we'll come back, get the bottoms in, and the 2 vanities for the 2 bathrooms, and then that's it.
I thought you planned for that to be like that.
No, I planned them to do an 8-inch open shell. This is what came.
And are they doing granite countertops here?
Granite and granite, yeah. What do you want to eat? Okay, so we're back now from lunch. We're going to focus on getting the base cabinets installed and the 2 vanities, one in the new half bath we created and the one in the upstairs bath. And then, I mean, we'll still have some fillers to put in. We got to install the doors yet, get all them adjusted to flow properly, and then that'll be it. But we're going to focus on the lower ones right now, so let's get to it. Normally I would just drill out a hole, a 2-inch hole for the drain, and 1.5 or 1.5 inch hole for supply lines. The way this old plumbing is coming through the wall and up through the floor and then back into the wall, it's forcing me to cut out this whole section here, which I really never like to do, but I'm going to have to, and it'll leave me enough room to screw the box to the wall by this lateral piece that's in there still. So I'm going to end up cutting the whole thing and maybe some of the floor out of this cabinet. And I don't have a choice. As much as I don't want to, I don't have a choice in this one. So that's what we're dealing with. It's not a pretty picture, but normally you would just have a supply line like coming through the wall, plus your drain line. But these go down, they wrap around, they're bent, and then they come back up here, and like it's just a real dog's breakfast. Pass me that jigsaw, please. Thank you. Okay, let's see if it fits.
Nah, it needs to be bigger.
I think it does, actually. So as you can see, even we're still going to have to take some out of the floor in order to get this pipe into the cabinet. I'm going to have to cut like that, like that, and like that, just to accommodate that pipe. Or maybe I angle it to, God, I hate butchering crap like that. So what we ended up doing was cutting as nice an opening in the base as we could in order to slide that lower pipe in. And now I've just got to drill out a 2-inch hole for the new ABS drain that the plumber has put in. We also changed the stack from a cast iron stack to a ABS 4-inch stack. So this will accommodate the new drain line. Okay, let's slide this thing in and see if it fits. You ready?
Yeah.
Well, that works as long as we can get that ABS pipe up from the bottom now. A little bit more. More, almost. Okay. Okay, now take it back to where it was, Matt, and try to put it on that other end. Okay, so now that we got that sink base in, which took way longer than it should have. Okay, so the doors for the front of the island have showed up, and the drawer fronts for the inside of the island. So we'll go ahead and get them installed, and that will finish up this whole kitchen. So they came with hinges not installed, so these are pretty easy. Bang them into place. Give them a tighten. And that's pretty much it.
All right, it's been a super long day today, and all the cabinets are up. The door and drawer fronts are on. Now I'm going to focus on installing some of the hardware, and we're going to use finger pulls.
Goes on behind the door like that, usually about 1 inch in, and it's just very low profile, and then it's just a finger pull to open and close. So to make this process go a little simpler, a little faster, I just cut a 1-inch strip of the cabinet material that's left over. Basically just put it to the edge, put a small mark on that side, and then that line I basically line up with the first hole, and I pre-drill the 2 holes, and I just go around doing that on every cabinet door, giving myself a line to work off of. So that's the easiest way for me to do it. Some people build an actual jig that sits on the corner of the door. These are pretty easy to do. You just need a 1-inch piece of wood. Mark your line. Line up your first hole with that line. Pre-drill all your holes. Now the tedious part, unwrapping every single finger pull. This doesn't seem like much, but even the screws are wrapped. So it's time consuming, it's irritating. My God, that'll try any man's patience. So a little tip for you guys, if you just put a little bit of tape on the drill bit, so you do not go through the cabinet doors, that could save you, the cost of a new door. And it's an easy solution to stop a big problem from happening. Now basically all I do is line up that line with the first screw hole. Drill it out, hold it in place. Drill it out, hold it in place. And that's it. And just go around and do all the doors. Granite comes on Friday, today's Wednesday, so another couple days. So this kitchen was a little more challenging than I thought it was going to be. The floors are really out in here, the walls are really out, but you do the best you can with what you have, and this is what we got.
Well, that's about all I got for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. It does wonders for the channel, and we hope you'll consider subscribing, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.